do you know what? Some Ulez figures have been reported, and it's not exactly great. In fact, we are, according to this article, £300,000 in Ulez fines, as thousands are apparently caught out. It's just absolutely disgraceful, isn't it? When will this crap ever end? Now, of course, Sadiq Khan and the government and whoever else, I'm guessing, will say that once we all have EVs or compliant cars, which no doubt, of course, will only decrease, as I'm guessing the thresholds for the fine will also decrease to a much lower level of harmful fumes or whatever, before we actually end up with a fine. So let's see what this article says. It says Sadiq Khan's Ulez scheme has generated at least £300,000 in revenue, and possibly actually twice that figure, from fines handed out by moving camera vans since the scheme was rolled out across London in August. Figures have revealed the automatic number plate recognition, the ANPR devices, were deployed after the scheme was expanded to all 32 London boroughs on August 29th. In accordance with the scheme, the penalty charge notices, the PCNs, handed out to drivers of vehicles which fail to comply to strict emissions limits. But let's just delve into this a little bit more. It says, as of the 27th of November, Transport for London issued a total of 3,422 PCNs after a vehicle had been caught out by Transport for London vans. A Freedom of Information request submitted by My London revealed that in the week leading to October the 15th, alone 671 PCNs were dished out, and if fines apparently are paid within 14 days, they cost £90. But if they aren't, then they rise to the cost of £180. That's double, isn't it? That's just absolutely disgraceful in my opinion. Who are they to decide what cars we can and can't drive? Surely an MOT is the only qualification we need for our cars to be on the road, not actually for Sadiq Khan to say, oh, your car is below this limit and therefore can be driven within our boroughs. That's out of order and totally disgraceful in my opinion. But anyway, well, that means that total figure of 3,422 could be anything from £309,780 to, wait for this, £619,560, with, of course, Transport for London committed to sharing the data on its website in the next few weeks. Well, it's just be interesting to see what it actually is, especially as it's only been, September, October, November, 4 months since this has all been brought out. 4 months, 600,000 within 4 months. Just think what that could be next year, especially if they do actually put the limits down for the threshold, in which case that will mean a lot more people's cars will actually have to pay the fines. It's just totally out of order in my opinion, and of course they'll probably try to move people onto EVs. But as I said before, it's not up to them. It should be up to us if and when we do decide to move to EVs. But don't worry though, because a TfL official wrote that our mobile Ulez camera vans support the effective operation of the Ulez. And on receipt of the penalty, a motorist has the right to challenge it by submitting a representation to us. Well, to be honest, yeah, I'm guessing how well that would do. But of course, they get those challenges in and who knows, even wipe their bums with them. But hopefully I'm wrong with that. The thing is though, all that money would be better in the public's pocket rather than Sadiq Khan's Transport for London, wouldn't it? I mean, who knows what they're going to say they're going to do with it. No doubt, of course, that will get conveniently pushed down the line. To which point in time, the public might just forget about it. I personally won't though. So make sure you actually do something, I don't know, worthwhile with that money. And no, I am not talking about Transport for London's Christmas staff parties or anything like that at all. It does quite worry me though how much we could actually be fined in the future, especially once those thresholds lower. That is of course no doubt before the 2035 ban on new petrol and diesel cars comes into an effect. By which time, who knows how low that Ulez fine might be triggered. And of course, coincidentally, another virtual middle finger to us public, even Father Christmas is not safe from this Ulez apparently, because look at this article from Top Gear. They say that Santa's ordered to pay Ulez on his sleigh, which could actually be a massive problem, couldn't it? Because he's going to be bringing my Christmas presents, isn't he? So if he has to pay up, who knows how much that's going to impact our Christmas presents. So sort it out, Sadiq Khan.